Hello viewers. In this video we are trying to find an answer to a very interesting question. Why do people trust online businesses? So trust has always been a variable which has been of interest to marketing academicians as well as practitioners. Why trust is important is because there has been a lot of researchers which confirm that when people trust a brand or a business, they would buy it more. And when there are new products that are launched by trusted businesses, consumers often show willingness to adopt the new products. So it makes sense to look at the fundamental question: what do you mean by trust? So Oxford Dictionary gives a very clear definition. It is a firm belief in the reliability, truth, or ability of someone or something. So you can easily adapt this to the online trust in business or trust in business in general. So when a consumer believe in the reliability, truth, or the ability of a business or a brand to perform the activities that it promises, then you can say that there is a consumer's trust in that business or in that brand. So it is again reflected in the ability of the brand or a company to fulfill the promises. Uh, but when you're looking at trust in an online space, it is a little bit tricky. Why? Because of the nature of the online medium as such. We have seen that it is very difficult for consumers to trust an online business or an online brand because you are not going to see it, uh, or you cannot feel it, you cannot touch it. Now, unlike a product which is very tangible in nature, for example, you're buying a soap or you're planning to buy a refrigerator, you can go to an offline retail store, you can see, and you can get a kind of a very uh, concrete idea about what that product is. But when you are looking at an online business, we are talking about e-commerce platforms. Now, how will you ensure yourself as a consumer? How will you ensure that this company, which is existing somewhere, which you probably will not see that company in the real time? Okay, how would you believe that company to deliver the promise? So they may be selling a reputed brand from another company if it is an online platform, but essentially you are dealing with something that is totally what I would say that it's totally unreal. I would say unreal in the sense that you're only seeing that particular company in your either your laptop or your mobile devices. So there is inherently a risk when you are dealing with a online firm. So how so that is very critical as far as a company is concerned, especially a firm, an online e-commerce platform, or a firm selling products online. How do I create trust in the consumers? So there has been a lot of researches done on the concept of online trust, that is the consumers trusting a business online. So there are certain studies which have tried to bring in a very clear understanding about the concept of online trust. What are the factors that influence the online trust? Uh, and I am quoting the studies, two such studies on online trust. The first study actually talks about what are the factors that influence online trust at two levels: one at the individual level, and second at the organizational level. So first thing is that the consumers or an individual's propensity to trust is a major factor that influences online trust. That means that an individuals vary in their propensity to trust or their tendency to trust. So whether an individual trusts an online business or an online brand depends a lot on his or her uh, willingness to trust and his or her tendency to trust. So there has been researchers which says that the propensity to trust has a significant influence on the fact whether a person trust a business online or not. So if you are an individual who has a tendency to trust people or businesses, you will have a higher tendency to trust a business online. So it is not something that is a remarkable finding, but it is again stating a common sense factor. Second is that your competency or that individual's competency in using internet has a lot of influence on the online trust. So researchers have found that people who believe that they are good in using internet, they know the internet, it's both cons and pros, they have a better chance of trusting a business online. So these are the individual factors. And then when you're looking at organizational factors, one of the critical variable or factor which influences online trust is the perceived ease of use. So how perceived ease of use is how a consumer perceives your offering. Usually the interface, which is the portal or the website or the technology as such, how the consumer perceive that they will they consider the portal or the website as easy to use. So portals which are very user friendly, which are not very cluttered, and technology which is again easy for the consumer to use, is a major determinant of building online trust. Second is the quality of the website. Now, quality of the website or the portal talks about the overall ambience of the website and also other technical factors such as privacy and security features, and also the ability of the so researchers have found that website quality has a significant influence on online trust. So how well organized is your website, the overall look and feel of the website, the privacy and security features, all these which is connected with your online interface have a significant influence on online trust. And then comes the organization's reputation. So if you are a reputed brand, when you're selling online, it is easy for you to build online trust. If you are a company which is reputed and you are starting your online operation, it will be easy for you to build online trust. So the implication is that if you are a new firm, then you need to invest in resources to build organizational reputation. And it is also said that if an organization has an offline presence, there is a chance that consumers will have trust in you when you are going online. See, the issue as far as a consumer is concerned is that you are not seeing the organization in the real world. Okay, so if you have a store, if you have offline presence, if you have offline stores, there is a chance that the consumers would consider you as trustworthy online also. But in many cases, if you are a digital only business, that is again not possible. But this is what the research says. So when you're looking at the importance of these factors that are influencing online trust, one of the research or a group of research articles have also identified that the customer's previous experience with the online business also have a significant influence on the trust. You have bought a product online from a portal and you are very satisfied with the way the service has been rendered, then naturally the trust is built. So these are the individual and organizational factors. And when you look at what are the other factors that can have an influence on online trust, again summarized by a very good article by Kim and Peterson. It talks about the same case as the previous article. It talks about the importance of website factors, and it has also identified factors like perceived system quality. That is how uh, the entire the website operations work, the loading time and the ease of navigation. Okay, and when you're talking about perceived security, there are researchers which says that the third party guarantees in terms of providing the website security has also an influence on building of online trust. And as the earlier researchers have also identified, perceived reputation and perceived privacy also are important in generating online trust. And this article also highlights the importance of perceived service quality in generating online trust. Now, service quality, as we all know, is a very important variable that has a very strong influence on customer satisfaction, especially uh, in businesses where you have a higher amount of service factor involved. And as you know, online retailing or online businesses is essentially in the service business. So naturally, perceived service quality also have a very strong influence on online trust. So as far as the concept of online trust is involved, now still researchers have going on identifying the antecedents and outcomes, or the factors determining online trust, and what can online trust lead to. A lot of researchers are still going on. It is not an established kind of concept. There are multiple definitions of online trust, and there are a lot of articles which talks about multiple determinants of online trust. But what I have tried to do is that I have tried to look at all those articles, and from those I was trying to identify certain critical factors which an online business can look at when they are aiming to build online trust as such. Thank you.